Welcome back to the Daily Donut, where I have been eating a donut every single day over the last 14 days now. And this week we'll make it 21, which you'll see in a minute, in showing you you do not need to cut out your favorite foods and still lose weight. You don't need to over restrict yourself from certain foods, from cutting your calories too low in order to achieve weight loss, to achieve fat loss. This whole daily donut diet is to show you it isn't one particular food that causes you to gain weight, or one day will ruin all your progress. It's to show you you need to look at the bigger picture. You need to look at your overall diet and your overall consistency of what you're doing. So as I'm eating a donut every single day, I'm also having a big ass salad every day. I'm eating a bunch of protein throughout the day, having a bunch of fiber throughout the day to help me manage my overall calories. Because as long as we manage our calories, we are in a calorie deficit. We are eating fewer calories than we are burning off. I don't care if it's donuts, if it's Skittles, if it's dog food, if it's salads, if it's chicken. As long as you are in that calorie deficit, you will lose weight. Now, I'm not telling you you should be only eating donuts and Skittles and junk food and things of that nature, because it does make it harder. It can make it more challenging as far as struggling to manage your hunger. Your energy might be up and down and might be crashing really hard a lot. But also when it comes to specifically losing fat, we want to make sure we are eating enough protein. So when we are in that calorie deficit and we are losing weight, we're losing weight from our fat tissue. So having enough protein each day is going to help you maintain your muscle mass and even build your muscle mass. And now real quick, one last thing I want to mention. I actually don't even know I said this in the beginning of the video, but one phrase I want to sort of shift in using is stop using weight loss and start using fat loss, because that's important. I want to break down how the scale can mess with your head if you let it. Listen, the scale is going to fluctuate a lot, and if you don't understand it, you are only going to make this process way more challenging, because it can easily manipulate your actions or reactions to it that can end up throwing you off track, that end up leaving you being inconsistent with this whole process, feeling like what you're doing isn't working, feeling like you're not actually making progress. And you'll see a perfect example of this early in this week, where on Monday, after, as you saw at the end of last week in the video, I went to a music festival. I went to this thing called Mustache Bash, where I drank alcohol. I ate more food than usual. And the scale spiked up a couple pounds. But here's the thing, as I gained weight, I didn't gain fat. I didn't just magically increase my fat and gain 3 pounds of it. This is why I want you to focus more on fat loss than specifically weight loss and what the scale is saying. So the goal isn't to have you panic or freak out just because the number on the scale spiked up, but I want you to better understand why it happens and what to do next when it does happen. So if you're someone who feels like the scale messes with your head, make sure you stick around for this whole video. But first, let's check out my first day's weigh-in and let's go eat some donuts. See you soon. Damn good.
We are back, day 15, 15 days down, only 14 donuts down, but we got day 15 donut right here. Watching a little bit of Batman to close out the day. Just had a nice, beautiful steak dinner, some steak, some asparagus, a little bit of jasmine rice, delicious. But went to 7-Eleven, got the world famous glazed donut. I actually have no idea if it's world famous, but we're going to give it a bid. We're going to hammer this down, then chill on out the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. But let's hammer it down. Donuts never suck. No matter where you get them, they never suck. Damn good.
Day 16, daily donut. We got a beautiful chocolate frosted glaze. Damn good, damn good. All right, we're gonna hammer this down, baby. Let's go. Day 16 about to be in the books. By the way, if you saw my video from last week, this is my new favorite jacket. I wear it way too often around this place now. I just recorded a podcast in it. I love it. Our metabolism actually doesn't change all that much from when we're in our early 20s to even into our late 50s, early 60s. What changes is your lifestyle, not your metabolism, your lifestyle. Because we go from this very active life where we're maybe walking a lot more, being a little bit more active, not sitting behind a desk, to the sedentary life where we are sitting behind a desk. We're not being as active. Maybe we're getting less time to get in the gym. We're not going to the gym 5-6 days a week. Maybe we were able to get away with nutrition for, a handful of years in our young 20s until eventually you started adapting to this new lifestyle. Your nutrition never changed. Day 17, Daily Donut. We're back at a friend's house right now, actually helping him dog sit. You can probably see the ears. Bruno, say hi. Say hi. We'll say hi for you. This is Bruno. And then there is another one, Lua. I don't know where she's at. She's probably just chilling and watching TV or something on the inside. But I'm sure she'll be out soon because Bruno is eyeing me eating this donut, or is about to eye me eating this donut. Looking so handsome. But just went to the grocery store, had to get some groceries for the next couple days while I'm here. But stopped at the classic grocery store bakery. Looks phenomenal. Another chocolate frosted. We're gonna hammer this down. Come say hi. Come say hi. Look at these two cuties. Look at these two cuties. Oh, Luba's pissed. Sorry, Luba. Damn, Lube. Last bite, best bite. All right, so now let's talk about the biggest thing that messes with people's heads when it comes to weight loss and fat loss. Quick shout out, doing some dog sitting right now. Shout out to Bruno right here. But the scale. It's like that toxic relationship you're in where one moment they make you feel amazing, but the very next moment they make you feel like complete shit, which ends up ruining your whole mood. And if you have a hard time handling it and managing it, it can completely mess up your progress. I'm gonna talk about why the scale fluctuates, what that actually means, and how to handle it afterwards. So as you just saw, the scale spiked up for me on Monday. I was spiked up about 3 or 4 pounds, roughly around 201. Last week, I dropped below 198. And I know what you're probably thinking, oh, Kev, you ruined all your progress this past weekend. And I'm here to tell you, no, I didn't. The scale is not measuring my fat loss. It measures my weight day to day, but it isn't measuring my fat loss progress. And what your weight is everything. Water, inflammation, food volume. But this past weekend, I drank more than I usually do. I ate more than I usually do, or have been, just causing more food volume to sit in my stomach, to have more water retention because of that, meaning there is physically more weight inside of me when I stepped on the scale. Key words there, more weight inside of me, not more fat on me. And knowing I was going to be more flexible this weekend, I knew the scale was going to spike up. But I just want to clarify, even though the scale spiked up 3 or 4 pounds, it is not 3 or 4 pounds of fat. It's 3 or 4 pounds of just weight. And some of the main reasons why the scale may spike up overnight for you is 1, water retention. Maybe your body's just holding on to more water that day for whatever reason. Maybe you had some more carbs, and carbs will soak up the water like it's a sponge, causing you to weigh more. Maybe you had a little bit more salt than usual. So again, we're holding on to more water weight, again, weight, not fat, than we usually are. Maybe you have more food in your system. You physically ate more food, which will weigh you down to weigh more. But again, it's weight, not fat. Maybe you even had a kick-ass workout the day before. And your muscles are holding on to more water because of it. They're trying to recover, they're trying to repair. So they'll suck up more water, hold on to more water, having more water retention, causing you to weigh more. When you have your menstrual cycle, your body is going to start retaining more water, causing you to weigh more. So just know, whether you had more salt the day before, you had more carbs than you usually do the day before, maybe you just had more food in general the day before, maybe you had a kick-ass workout, a harder workout the day before, maybe you're a little bit more stressed, holding on to, again, more water, or maybe you're in your menstrual cycle causing more water retention, or maybe you're even just a little backed up. You gotta take a dookie, you gotta take a poop. Because the joke I always like to make is, if you wanna lose weight quickly, like specifically weight, drink a bottle of laxatives and then shit everything out. You will physically weigh less. Just like if I was to chug a gallon of water right now and step on the scale, I would weigh more because I physically just drank a lot of water, putting more weight in my body, causing me to weigh more on the scale. So I'll say this over and over again. Remember, weight does not equal fat. Just because the scale goes up doesn't mean you gain that many pounds of fat. Especially day to day, week over week. It's most likely just some food volume or water retention for some reason. All right, so now you know why the scale may fluctuate for you day to day, week to week. So what do you do when it does happen? Well, I'll tell you two things you don't do is you don't freak out and cut your calories in half and start starving yourself to just fight for that number on the scale to be a little bit lower. This is a huge mistake individuals make because they'll cut their calories super low, which ends up causing a lot of hunger later on, and they end up overindulging, maybe even binging because of it, which causes them to be in a calorie surplus, and they end up continuing the cycle over and over and over again, making it harder for them to actually lose weight long term. They might lose a little bit of weight, but they gain it back. They lose a little bit of weight, gain it back. Lose a little bit of fat, and gain it back. And two, don't think you ruined your progress, because you didn't. It's actually very hard to gain pounds of fat overnight. And I want you to remember this. Did anyone get skinny from having one salad, from doing one workout? Did anyone get fit because of that? No. You're not going to get fat from one day of being a little bit more flexible, from having one meal that was a little bit more of a treat. Play the long game here. Think big picture. Think about just being overall consistent, 80+% consistent, and these fluctuations will happen, but play the long game and you will make progress over time. You just gotta stay big picture, stay consistent, stay consistent. Think 80+% consistent throughout this process, month over month. So what I do want you to do is, one, stay calm, take a big breath. Like, yes, seeing that number on the scale isn't fun to see. You're human, I get it, it happens to me too. But just remember, reflect on the things I just told you. This could be water retention. This could be food volume, but we know it's not fat, it's just weight. Two, don't judge the scale on a day-to-day basis. The way I want you to approach judging the scale is seeing how it trends over the course of 4, 8, and 12 weeks. See what the global trend is. So as you can see here for me, I have a downward trend happening. Yes, there's that big spike in the middle, but big picture over the last 3 weeks so far, we have a bit of a downward trend happening, knowing I'm heading in the right direction because we're looking big picture now. But also another thing you can do is take your weight day to day and see how it trends on the weekly averages. So take your weight for the entire week, see where your average for the week is, and then compare that week to week, again, over the course of a month to 3 months. And then the moment you step off that scale and get back to focusing on your nutrition, get back to focusing on your workout, your steps, your overall fat loss plan, stick to it. Trust the process. Just continue doing what you've been doing and stay consistent. Don't let one day, one number on the scale cause this whole reaction for you to go banana pants and say, fuck it. Just keep going. Stay the course and trust the process. And the last thing I want to mention is you should also not only be using the scale when it comes to measuring your progress. Again, it's just measuring your weight. What I want you to do is also take progress pictures, even measurements, and I love finding a piece of clothing right now that might feel a little snug and seeing how it fits over time. Is it getting looser? Is it feeling more comfortable? Are progress pictures changing? Do you see yourself having more definition, looking a little bit leaner? Because here's the reality. If you notice 2 pictures, let's say week 1 and week 4, where you can clearly see you're slimming up, you're getting toner, you're looking leaner, you have more muscle definition, and that scale doesn't move, well, guess what? Even though the scale doesn't move, we can clearly see you're making progress. You're clearly losing fat, which is actually the goal, is fat loss, not necessarily weight loss. So rather than using just a scale to measure your progress, use multiple forms, multiple data points to see if any other areas are making progress. But not only that, are you getting stronger in the gym? Are you being more consistent than you've ever been? Are your health markers improving? Are you having better energy, better digestion, better sleep? Because that is also data to check if you are making progress. Again, if you're getting stronger in the gym, you're building some muscle and the scale's not moving, it doesn't mean you're gaining fat. What you could be doing is gaining a little bit of muscle and still actually losing fat. Because if you lose a pound of fat but gain a pound of muscle, the scale's not going to reflect that. It's going to have you thinking you're exactly the same. But reality is you put on some muscle, you lost some fat, so now you are actually creating this toner, leaner look, which is the direction we want to head in. That's a progress we are truly trying to make. So having multiple forms of progress to measure, to use as data is great. Because if that scale doesn't move, but these other areas we notice are making progress, guess what? You are making progress. Let's go. So to close this on out, and you're gonna see my workout just in a couple seconds now. Next time you see that scale spike up, don't panic, don't freak out, don't go banana pants, don't react and do something crazy. Reflect on maybe the possibilities on why it spiked up, and just remember, it's normal. Trust the process and keep going. That scale is just one tool. It doesn't tell the whole story. And real quick, if you could do me a favor, if you've watched this far, and you've been watching the other vlogs, the last 2 vlogs I posted, do me a favor, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We're doing these vlogs weekly, so hopefully these have been helpful, and hopefully this gave you a lot of insight today to help calm those emotions a little bit more and to give you a little bit more insight and understanding on this. If you have any questions on this, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to continue this discussion or help you out with any struggles or situations you're having right now on your fat loss journey. But it's time to go work out. Also time to go eat a donut. So we'll see you in 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I shied away from it, but it was what it was. I wasn't gonna put anybody in the 5th row, but I could skate pretty fast. I could move the puck pretty well. I could create plays. I knew that was kind of my strength, so I had to develop my game to being elite at that as best I could. And that's what I leaned on. It was like, okay, like this is how I'm gonna make my case. I'm gonna be able to, get the puck to the guys who can score goals, because like God knows I wasn't a goal scorer. So, but I would do my best to find the guy that could, and that's pretty much what I banked on and tried to develop. But yeah, I think when you get, especially as you move up, you've got to bring something to the table, and even when you get to the professional ranks, and more so the NHL, AHL guys, because those guys are ridiculously talented. Like you're splitting hairs at this level.
Does this look familiar? Up a pound? But I've been perfect all week. This doesn't make sense. And do you typically react like this? Fuck it, this diet program doesn't work. I give up. When the scale goes down, you're the happiest person in the world. But the moment it goes up, it ruins your entire day. Your weight will fluctuate daily, and that is completely normal. More often than not, it's just water retention. It can even be food volume. It could even mean you having to take a poop because you haven't pooped in a while. Weight does not equal fat. How you want to judge the scale is look at it from from a longer period of time. Look at it bigger picture. Yes, day to day, even week to week, it might be up and down. But when we look at it over the course of 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, that's where we want to judge our progress. Because as it's going up and down day to day, over the course of 3 months, if we see a downward trend happening, we know things are heading in the right direction. But wait, not even that. If your clothes fit better, if you notice you're looking leaner, having more muscle definition, or if you're even feeling better day to day, your energy's better, your movement's better, you're getting stronger, that's real progress too. And that shows what you're doing is working. So remember, the scale is just a tool. And use other forms to measure progress as well. Other data points like progress pictures, measurements, how clothes are fitting, how your energy's feeling. Because the scale isn't telling the whole story. Just focus on the long game, focus on the bigger picture. And if this helped, make sure you drop me a follow. Cheers. Day 18, we're back. Daily Donut. Just went to a lovely place called Crispy Donut. Not Krispy Kreme, it's called Crispy Donut. Obviously still doing some dog sitting here. So checking out some local donut shops. Found this peanut glazed donut of some sort, but we're gonna hammer it. We're gonna hammer this down. Cheers. Oh. Now I can't make a mess with pups around. Nope. We're gonna actually eat this over the table. Pretty good. It's just like a glazed donut with some added textures from the peanuts. Added texture from the peanuts, not textures from the peanuts. Also, no weigh-in this morning. I'm staying at a friend's house. Obviously, like I said, I'm dog sitting. Didn't have a scale, or at least I found one that I didn't know they had. So I'll be back on that tomorrow, but just nothing today. But final bite, best bite, last bite, best bite. Day 19, Daily Donut. Gotta clear my throat. Another beautiful glazed crisp. Gonna be damn good. Went to Crispy Donut, not Krispy Kreme, but Crispy Donut. But we're just gonna hammer this down for day 19. We're hammering away. Donuts never suck. Donuts never suck. I'm sorry, puppies. I'm sorry. I think something. Let's make something. You know, snuggle buddy, huh? A little snuggle buddy at night, huh? You can sit right on me. Look up. It's so pretty. That's a damn donut. Damn good. We're back. Day 20, Daily Donut, eating a donut every single day. But first, we are at, what's it called? Golden Donut?
Yeah.
Golden Donut. Vietnamese coffee. First time trying it. It's 11 out of 10. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't know where you could get this possibly, but if you're in the San Diego area, come check out Golden Donut and get their Vietnamese coffee. We also have 4 donuts because we have a hard time buying just one. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna slowly enjoy these. So I'll show you the first bite, but then I'm gonna relax a little bit, enjoy the rest of the donut, and I'll see you in the next clip. I'm gonna go with toasted coconut. Toasted coconut.
Good.
Very good. Oops. Pretty good? Pretty damn good?
Yeah, really good.
Damn good. All right, we'll see you soon. Just kidding, I'm gonna take a bite of all of them. Flavors were solid. I think Linda's is better.
You can see his view.
Chocolate frosted. Yeah. Good. Remember, donuts never suck. Still good. Like pizza. Pizza's always good. Donuts are always good. Some places are just better than the other. Like Linda, my girl Linda. Okay, we're not on yet. We got double chocolate. Chocolate frosted. By the way, what is raw?
It's fitting that romantic.
It's like a dating type thing. Better get yourself a date on raw. But it could be like another level. Just going right to home base. I don't know. Anyways, double chocolate. Yeah. It does. A little dry.
Oh, sorry, what?
It's a little dry.
Oh, man. Why do you get more? It is later in the day, though.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's in the afternoon. No way. We're back. Day 21, closing out week 3. We have our donuts left over from yesterday. Just got a little bit of a lift in, but gonna crush this donut to close out day 23. And so far, if you have been watching this entire video, make sure you like the video, you comment below, and I'm learning all the YouTube lingo. Subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. But let's go crush this donut, close out week 3. What is going on? We got the toasted coconut. Look at that chest flow. My friends always used to make fun of my chest hair, saying my chest hair looked like I just got a haircut, and the haircut just sprinkled on me. I agree. It looks very funny. Damn good. I gotta find a new saying. All right, so I also realized that donut I just had was half a donut. So to make this even, don't get called out for cheating, so I don't get called out for cheating, I'm gonna finish the second half of this double chocolate donut.